Do you know if you had invested 1000 rupees in Nifty 50 index and invested 1000 rupees, it would have been 1600 rupees by August 2022. Whereas if you had invested the same amount in this index, your 1000 rupees would have turned into 2350 rupees. Yes, it's the Nifty Metal Index that we are talking about. Hi everyone, welcome to another sector analysis video where we will talk about metals as a sector that has largely outperformed the Nifty 50 index from 2019 to 2022 and has provided shining returns to its investors. So in today's video, we will analyze and find out the factors that are related to the growth of metal sector, some of its positives and negatives, its future outlook, as well as some investment options related to it. So let's start with a brief overview of the metal sector, which can be considered as a key driver which will steer India to a $5 trillion economy. This is mostly because metals are needed across a range of industries like electronics, infrastructure, railways, automobiles, telecommunications, and many more. In terms of usage, steel is one of the most used metals, followed by aluminium, zinc, copper, and nickel. So let's look at these top 5 metals briefly, which will make up the metal sector of India, starting with steel. India is one of the largest exporters of steel and has the largest iron ore reserves in the entire world. The Indian steel sector itself contributes around 2% of the total GDP and employs more than 7 lakh people directly as well as indirectly. The total crude steel production in financial year 2021 stood at around 103 million tons. Do you know which metal producing company is India's third most profitable company in financial year 2022 that beats TCS? Comment your answers below and we will answer these questions at the end of the video. Next is aluminium, which is the second most used metal after steel. It is used in electronics like phone, cars, aircraft, space shuttles, packaging, construction, etc. And just like steel, India is the second largest producer of aluminium after China and has a total market share of 5.3 in the global output. Coming next, zinc is not only used in alloys, but zinc carbonate, which is a form of zinc, is extensively used in pharmaceutical products, chemicals, cosmetics, rubber, etc. And as per Times of India, zinc consumption is set to grow at a minimum of 5% in the next 5 years starting 2022. Copper is another metal which is widely used in the manufacturing of wires, electronics and construction due to its highly conductive and corrosion resistant properties. The total market of copper is expected to grow at a CAGR of 6% from 2022 to 2027. Nickel is also an essential metal which is used in production of stainless steel, batteries, alloys, plating and many other applications. And just like any other sector, the growth is determined by two parts. Do you know what? It's demand and supply. In case of metal sector, the demand is constantly increasing as there is a steady rise in infrastructure development. As per reports, the global demand for steel and aluminium, which is mostly used for construction and automobiles, are going to increase by more than 150% and 40%, which will further aid in the growth of the metal sector. Coming to the supply, things are not that great. Russia and Ukraine are the major exporters of metals. But in the past couple of months, these countries have not been able to export due to the war, causing a reduction in the supply of metals. Russia controls almost 10% of the global copper reserves and is a major producer of nickel and platinum. With the decrease in supply of metals, the prices of these shiny metals had shot up considerably. This benefited the metal manufacturing companies as they were able to fetch a higher rate for their products. However, the upcoming part was not so beneficial for them. The biggest challenge to the metal companies was the rising inflation and increasing cost of coal and other raw materials. Now, with the increase in coal prices, companies are having difficulty maintaining their margins without increasing the prices of the finished products. Another major supplier, China, which is also the biggest exporter of steel in the world, reduced its overall supply due to strict pollution norms imposed by the Chinese government, which led many steel manufacturing companies to either shut down or reduce their production. This has also contributed to the reduced overall supply. Do you know which is the most used metal on earth? Now, when demand rises and supply is limited, what do you think will happen? Yes, the prices tend to go up. This was followed by another blow to the industry, and panic set in after the Ministry of Finance decided to impose an export duty of 15% on the export of steel and 45% on export of iron ore pellets on 23rd of May 2022. Apart from this, the duty for coal was reduced. This was done to control inflation by controlling the coal prices. Do press the like button on this video and we will come up with more such informative videos. Besides the short-term volatility in the metal sector, the future prospects look quite promising. With India aspiring to be $5 trillion economy by 2026-27, and as per the Economic Times, a total of $1.4 trillion has to be spent on infrastructure, where metal sector will play an important role. Apart from this, the government has also come up with various initiatives like 100% foreign investment limit in Indian metal companies, along with reduced import duties on copper scrap and multiple types of metal products like semis, flat and long products, which have a positive effect on the metal manufacturing companies. Looking at all the different aspects of the metal sector, this might be looking like an attractive value investment, but finding a suitable investment options in this sector might be a challenge. You will have to undertake proper research, compare stocks, analyze their financials and then take a call. You can check smallcase app, where you can find multiple small cases around the sector. You can also look at the methodology, past performance, comparison with various indexes, stocks within the small case and many things before investing. All in all, the metal sector might be a cyclical sector to invest in, but looking at the current market scenario, attractive valuations of metal stocks and the Indian economic growth outlook, which seems to be an upward trajectory, it feels like metals might have a lot of shine left in them. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, where we post informative videos like this every Thursday. And click here to see our latest video where we have analyzed the Indian specialty chemical sector.